This is just absolutely amazing. Who would have thought? I see 16 degrees in December in Warsaw and sunshine. This definitely required some riding. So welcome back to the channel, great to see you again. And I am on my way to the KTM dealership to pick up the rally foot pegs. I am still waiting for the crash bars and for the handlebars. They say they will be available for picking up probably early January. We'll see. Since so many mods are not available at the KTM, I went for shopping online. I went to AliExpress and I did some purchases. I will show you the results in a minute. But you can probably see now is that I also have double take mirrors. Yeah, I like them because they are very hard to destroy and very easy to fold. That is just a good experience. Although I have to say, I really appreciated the quality of the OEM mirrors in terms of the visibility. Those were nice. Okay, I have my Riley foot pegs. I like them a lot because, you know, they're much wider than the stock ones. I have those on the 890 and the comfort of riding on those foot pegs is far better than on the stock ones, so happy to have those. I'm still waiting for the crash bars, for the handlebars. There seemed to be some kind of a lag at the KTM factory, but the foot pegs are here. Okay, so since we are talking about the mods, so I think the most important are on the back. So as you can see, I have replaced the fuel cap. Now this is something that I can just open without the key. This is coming from AliExpress. You can see the NICECNC over there, and this is the same manufacturer that I bought the rear rack from. I like this design because it has a lot of holes for the straps to mount the luggage. And I have also replaced the heel guards here because again this is a great place to hook up the luggage. And one more tiny mod is the side stand extension, just to give the bike a bit more stability on the loose ground. So that also comes from NICECNC, which means, you know, AliExpress. So those mods fit. I was especially curious about this fuel cap, if that would fits perfectly. Same with the rear rack. The only thing that I needed to do is to relocate the loop that opens the seat, and I replaced it here. This is a place where I used to have the loop at the 701. I am also working on some kind of protection for this part of the engine, which is the side engine cover. This brake lever is quite sharp. If you drop the bike, it can punch a hole in this cover. So there are two solutions. Either you replace the whole brake lever, and I have it already, or you can buy a part also on AliExpress that covers this part of the engine cover. And the bad news is that because of this tiny part here, I don't know if you can see it, this part, the previous generation engine cover that comes from AliExpress does not fit. That was a no-go, so I will probably change this brake lever. Another aftermarket part that does not fit this bike is, of course, the AXP skid plate. I have covered that in my previous video. So I'm back with the OEM skid plate, and I'm waiting patiently for the AXP to come up with a dedicated solution for 2026 model. And if you are wondering about this tail bag, this is Kappa 5 liters. I was trying to get this exactly the same that I have on the 890, but it's no longer produced. So I went with this one. Interesting part is that it has the orange loops here, which fits KTM brand. That is a coincidence, but I like this coincidence. Is this the end of modifications, you may ask, and I'm glad you're asking, because I think I am very close. So as long as I will have the crash bars and the handguards, I think this bike will be ready for me. Of course, I would be happy to have a better location for the navigation, but that would require adding some kind of a tower or windshield, some adventure spec solutions that I'm not so happy about how they look. I believe this is it. I don't think anything else is necessary or required. If you haven't seen it already, Ian from Rock Moto has just recently published over 1 hour long review of this new 690. And as usual, Ian did a fantastic job of going into the details. He did a highway test, a road test on the twisties. I was also laughing when I was hearing his giggling when he was experiencing the power of this bike. He also went for an extensive off-road ride, including some single tracks. So plenty of great information there. So go ahead and go to see Rock Moto channel and the 690 review if you haven't already. Isn't that nice to visit such a place in December? This is a gift. All right, let's go home. What I can say is that some very cool content is coming in February. So just to give you a tiny heads up, the 890 has been shipped last Friday, and yeah, that would be our adventure of 2026 coming up. So please stay tuned, subscribe, all that yada yada yada, and I'll see you in 2026. Thank you. Cheers.